Hey YouTube. Welcome to my bed again. That sounded wrong. I just got back from my nails appointment. And I thought it's kind of ironic that I asked the nail master to do like a little champagne yellow color. It turned out to be really pretty. But it's ironic because I wanted to talk about champagne. Well, not champagne, but alcohol today. As much as I've been dreading making this video, because I've always considered myself to be a party girl. And, when you're partying, obviously substances are present in your life. And I never minded it, and I was always, like a big fan of going out and drinking with my friends. And I've also been smoking for like 5 years now. Until last year, when something has changed and I started thinking more about my relationship with alcohol. And this whole quarter life crisis hit me last year, right before I turned 26, and it has been hitting me pretty badly so far. Until I tried looking at it from a different perspective, I would say. This year I decided to experiment. Decided to do frequent breaks from drinking and smoking. And so far it's August, and out of 8 months, 3 months I was sober. So January, May, and basically now, I'm not drinking for a little bit and not smoking for a little bit over a month. And there's a very interesting tendency that I've noticed. As much as I don't want to admit it, I feel like going sober, not drinking for extensive periods of time, gives you so much clarity. And that's the exact kind of clarity when you're going through, I don't know, quarter, midlife crisis, or whatever existential crisis crises that people experience in their lives. And that's the exact clarity, like mind clarity, that I needed. And I am kind of contemplating going sober for more because it just feels right, It feels like you have so much energy suddenly and you have so much mental space. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to renounce drinking forever, though maybe I should, but later in life. I still enjoy an occasional, a glass of wine here and there with my friends, or if it's a celebration of some sorts. I always, I'm always kind of used to drinking. Yeah, as much as I hate to admit it, I feel like going sober for more extensive periods of time has given me so much clarity, and the exact clarity I need to make certain decisions in my life and make certain changes during these kind of turbulent eras that I'm experiencing. It's been weird because also, maybe subconsciously, I've always considered drinking and partying a part of my kind of identity in some way, that I'm this cool artist girl who is always rising up for occasion and going out and dancing and networking, even, talking to people, always up for some adventures. And it kind of became this part of me, and I thought yeah, that's me, that's what I should do, that's what I like doing. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy doing it, as I already said, but something has definitely shifted. I don't know, if you're in your mid to late 20s, let me know in the comments below if you started thinking about alcohol or cigarettes or any substances differently, or you started thinking about what role they play in your life and how it affects you and your decision making and your planning. Because for me, at least, it feels like every time I stop drinking intentionally, I feel like I have a third eye opened. you know I suddenly have so much more control it feels like, or strength and power over like my actions and over my emotions as well, because I mean, generally alcohol tends to mess with your like brain chemistry and your emotions and make you feel a type of way that is not necessarily coming from you, but like alcohol makes you feel that way. It gave me so much more agency over what I'm feeling, like assurance that whatever I'm feeling and experiencing right now, it's mine and it's coming from me, and not because like I had 3 beers yesterday or something. It feels real. It doesn't feel artificial. It doesn't feel imposed. Like this like negative emotion is imposed on me. Whenever I feel depressed or sad after drinking, it's often induced by that. And I feel like this kind of clarity with what you're with what you're experiencing internally is extremely important when you're going through an existential crisis, because then you can analyze yourself better, and you can kind of track how you feel, and you can make connections between certain events in your life or certain actions that you take with your emotional state, and regulate it kind of better, and understand yourself better. So it definitely like sobriety gives you like kind of like a self-exploration control. I don't know, and that's not the phrasing that I would use, but it just helps you understand yourself better, which is incredible. And then you're suddenly like, oh, so that's why I feel this way. So nothing is wrong with me. It's just because of this. And, I'm changing as a human being and I'm reacting to certain things differently. And again, you can just track changes that are happening inside of you better. Even though I don't want to be hypocritical, I'm not trying to preach sobriety to everybody while still, being an active drinker. Yeah, it's just, I just wanted to kind of like ramble on camera a little bit about what I've been going through in the past couple of months and share my observations with you guys. Because if you're going through the same, trust me, like it's really worth exploring sobriety. Even if you're not planning to go sober 100% for the rest of your life, because it is a big, scary commitment. At least for me, it is. I'm not trying to make promises to myself that I cannot keep. And I know my relationship with alcohol is very shaky, and like I would have a really big kind of temptation to relapse. So I'm kind of taking small steps for now. I'm not completely just excluding alcohol out of my life, but I guess I'm experimenting. Yeah, that's I for some reason I like to call it that. And I'm trying to figure out how I feel with and without it. And it also gives me so much, as I already said, strength, but also like kind of liberates me personally a little bit, and kind of reassures me that I'm not dependent on it, and I have strength in me to quit it if I want to. But I enjoy it. I'm not encouraging anybody to drink or anything as well, or I'm not encouraging anybody to quit either. I'm just kind of sharing this experience of mine that I'm going through with alcohol currently. Because I really I do enjoy drinking socially. It's so much fun. And then I've been working a bar job for several years, and mixing and trying new things, and like the whole cocktail culture is very much what I'm very into. I definitely don't want to give it up completely just yet, but I am kind of playing with the idea of at some point in my life just excluding alcohol completely, because I think it would make my life that much better, and it would make me that much happier. For now, at least, I'm trying to work on not resorting to alcohol when I feel bad or depressed, and kind of like really living through those moments, and analyze them as much as I can. And instead of relying on alcohol, rely on people in my life to help and support me during dark times, because I'm the kind of person who just tends to shut down when I feel bad and kind of like marinate all these like negative emotions inside of me, and it just nothing good comes out of it because I always resort to substance abuse. And I've had moments in my life where I was that close to like getting really addicted, or like I was really abusing substances. So I definitely don't want to go down that path, and it scares the shit out of me, to be honest. And I wouldn't want and I wouldn't wish on anybody, to go through something like this, because I have friends who are addicted and it stopped being fun. So if you, as me, maybe considering and just thinking in general about your relationship with alcohol and whether you want to improve it, would sound wrong, I guess, but if you want to reconsider it, then just give yourself a little challenge. Because with me, it started like a little challenge as well. Like after New Year's Eve this year, I told myself, okay, I need a little detox. I've been drinking for quite some time, and, it was quite often and quite a lot before winter holidays. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, give myself a break, give my liver a break, give my lungs a break, because I also, I simultaneously kind of cold turkey quit drinking and smoking for a month. And I told myself I will do it, and I have the ability and strength to do it. And I did it. And it felt really fulfilling, because you also make a promise to yourself that then you fulfill. And it, this feeling of accomplishment also makes you really happy and really confident about yourself. And then, yeah, now I'm considering maybe stopping drinking for like 3 months and stopping smoking for 3 months and seeing what that would do to me. And then probably, a year or like a couple of years, and just see where it leads. Because I just see it as like definitely as an improvement, because these kind of monthly challenges that I've been given to, these monthly challenges that I've been given to myself just only kind of prove that maybe it's worth exploring that side. And it definitely helped me a lot again with my existential struggle that I'm currently going through. If you're like me, if you're a party person, if you like going out and drinking with your friends and having fun, maybe just, to give yourself a little challenge. See what you would feel like. So yeah, this is hopefully a little encouragement to anybody who needs it. And if you do make a decision to quit drinking for, I don't know, a certain amount of time or for forever, then it's the right decision, and I'm here to fully support you. If you have nobody around to tell you that, you're doing the right thing, and it's only going to bring improvement to your life. And it's going to bring you a lot of fulfillment, because you have all this strength in you that you didn't know you have to quit it. So, yeah, that's a little positive message, I guess, for today, and this kind of experience that I wanted to share. That also, kind of helps me bring back this YouTube channel to life in a way. So we'll see. We'll see where it's going to lead me. Again, feel free to share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And yeah, just, I feel like it's important to know that you're not alone in this. So let's just support each other. That's it for today. I thought it's going to be a little message, but I can already see that my camera has been recording for like 20 minutes. But it is what it is. So yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, have a good day, night, wherever you are. Bye.